I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Ciara Anies. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing okay. It is cloudy in sunny Santa Barbara right now, but it's okay.
All right. Well, hey, it's a great pleasure to connect with you. Please do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time.
What do you mean exactly?
Well, I have this belief that what you've been doing with your talents is one of the reasons why we would connect, because you're doing something that is in alignment with who you are, and I'm doing something in alignment with who I am, and therefore we connected.
That's true. So are you asking me what brought me here today, talking with you?
What have you been doing that you think is the reason we're talking?
Well, I've been hosting my own little podcast.
There we go. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about your podcast.
So my podcast is about anything and everything pop culture that's relevant in pop culture and media right now. Which can range from something as simple as the latest memes that are trending on Twitter, or it could even kind of delve into politics, because these days U.S. politics and media merge pretty often. Mm-hmm. So pretty much just touching on anything ranging from there.
Who did you learn the skills of reporting, if you would, on me and media? Who did you learn that skill from?
Quite honestly, I just jumped in. I like talking about these things. What I really liked about partnering with Unmute is they gave me options as to what I wanted to talk about, because this is originally a position that I applied for. So there was like a list of categories that I could touch upon, and I wanted to touch upon pop culture and media because it's something that I tend to be very knowledgeable and passionate about.
That's pretty cool. What's the most fun you have on the podcast?
Honestly, putting everything together. I like that I can deliver news that I would want to hear and talk about things that I would want to talk about, in addition to kind of adding like my own personal flair, like just giving the world my personality over a podcast.
Yeah, sounds like fun. It sounds as though you have a fun personality.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I try.
Yeah, that's great. So you've been doing this for what, almost like a couple of months now, right?
Only since end of September. Yeah.
Okay.
Like towards the very end of September, early October.
Sweet. So you've been doing this. You've definitely experienced the beginning challenges, if you would, right? Mm-hmm. Why will you continue now that you've started?
Because I believe that it can get way better. I mean, with podcasting, it's a little difficult because with other outlets such as like YouTube or Twitter or Instagram or anything like that, you have an option to edit like what you want to say and what you don't want to say. Whereas a podcast, it's completely raw and unfiltered. And because of that, you have to kind of, it makes you very scared to say things sometimes because, you know, once it's out there, you can't take it back. I mean, the episodes are recorded and they're out there for the world to listen to.
Yeah.
So with that, it makes you just want to get better, and it makes you want to talk about kind of when you're listening back to yourself and you're like, okay, well, I could do less of this and a little more of this, and maybe I could talk about this instead of that. And I like it. It keeps me on my toes, and especially the fact that it's like every week I'm constantly being updated, constantly doing my research with media, and it's just like a really fun thing to do.
Yeah, you're getting smarter all the way as well, right?
Yeah, definitely wiser in this podcast game.
Definitely wiser. I love that. So tell me one other thing that you've done, Ciara, consistently over the last 3 years.
Consistently? Are you talking about in terms of media?
It could be personally as well.
Really, the only thing I could really think of is going through school. I've been going to school to pursue something in media and journalism. I'm currently a film and media studies major right now at UCSB. So that's been kind of my priority. But and because I've been doing that, I never had a chance like this to put myself on my own platform.
How does that make you feel?
I definitely wish I did it earlier, but I feel like it kind of works out in the end because I think I'm in a good place to deliver these kinds of things. I mean, I'm only 21, so I can't even imagine trying to do this at 18 years old, you know? Like, I think it's like the perfect timing. Definitely feels like fate of some sort.
Sounds intriguing. So if you had to sum up how it makes you feel then, like give me the emotions. All right, choose an emoji.
Oh gosh, I'm not an emoji. Oh gosh, maybe the one where it's cheesing, where it's got a big old smile on its face and super happy, or maybe the hard eyes. I love it. This podcast feels like my baby, and I'm watching it grow.
That's great. That's great. Suggest to someone that's listening, a 21-year-old out there who may be considering and procrastinating on starting their podcast, why they should take the jump just like you and do what you've done.
Because I think it'll definitely be worth it. I mean, I can't say for sure if they'll love it. Everybody's different, but like when I first started, before I did my first show, I was getting really anxious. I wanted to hold back a little, and I was like, maybe I'm just like not cut out for this. Like, who did I think I was, capable of hosting my own podcast show for people to actually listen to? And I mean, honestly, I couldn't find the answer to that until I did my first show. And then that's when I realized that I could keep doing this and I could make it better and make it a place exactly how I want it, you know?
Love it. Amazing audience. We are live with Ciara Anies. Again, you can check her out. She is the podcast host of Unmute, right? Unmute Inc., is it? Unmute Incorporated.
Unmute is the company. My show is actually called In the Now with Ciara.
Ooh, In the Now with Ciara. Okay, all right. Yeah, so we are live with Ciara. Again, she is the podcast host of In the Now with Ciara Anies. Well, that's great. Well, Ciara, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Ciara, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Earliest childhood memory? It's not a fond one. I specifically remember, I don't know what the problem was exactly, but I remember that I threw a tantrum in the middle of the mall. I could see, I think I was at least 3. I was a handful as a child. But that's my dearest memory I have of myself.
Did something happen after you threw the tantrum?
I definitely think I got in trouble at one point, but for the time being, I think I was just I think it was over like a smoothie or something, and I don't know, I think my mom wouldn't give me a smoothie or something, and I just got really upset, and I started screaming bloody murder in the middle of the mall. And I definitely put it on my regrets list, because I just feel awful, because I know now that I'm older and I see other kids doing it, I'm just like, oh, those poor parents, and it just, yeah.
So you're like 2 or 3, right? And you throw this tantrum. Why do you think this memory in particular is so clear?
Probably because my mom never lets me live it down. And for some reason, I don't have like the best memory. So the fact that I remember bits and pieces of it is actually pretty incredible on my part. So well, embarrassing, but incredible.
Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Oh, yeah. So what are your thoughts?
Well, I love the fact that in our conversation, you spoke of the fear to do something, just on the mere fact of what could be embarrassing. And as much as at that point in time, when you threw that tantrum, you were embarrassed, I'm glad that it is definitely the motivating factor, the hurdle, if you would, that you would need to overcome in life to get to the next step, to be able to help other people get over that hurdle of if I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I guess so, huh?
Yeah, well done. I'm glad that you did it. So if we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
12 years old? Oh, gosh. 12 years old is the most embarrassing time. I don't know. Probably something Nicki Minaj related. I remember I was really fond of her. That's probably the best I could think of. I'm not proud of it. I don't think I listened to genuine music till I was like 14 or 15. So
it is
I'm embarrassed to say, but it's true. Yeah.
I'm glad you got over that hurdle, and despite the embarrassment. Well, Ciara,
it's okay.
Ciara, we have arrived at our destination now. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ciara, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
I have not. I don't think I could think of anybody right now, but if anyone were to be interested, I could maybe help them.
All right.
I don't know if I'm qualified, but...
Are you married?
I'm not, no.
Do you have children?
No, I don't.
Do you believe in God?
Yes and no.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yeah.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
I'd say just about 8 hours.
All right, Ciara, after 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, thereafter I came up with a workbook, the name of it being called Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self, with the idea that through self-discovery and reflection, you'll be able to connect with your mission, which is what I call your own unique real statement. If you, Ciara, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
I am stronger than I believe. And, I guess that's one sentence.
Yeah, that's good. I'm stronger than I believe. That's great. Well, Ciara, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Dear audience, watch my podcast every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or you could catch the episodes, all the old episodes on the Unmute app if you search In the Now with Ciara. Hope to see you then. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Great fun. Ciara Anies, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.